Alright, gang. This is all 10 module 2 questions from the 2014 releases. Let's dive right in. First question is talking about a set of ordered pairs, so it's a relation, and it's a function of x. It's a function of x because there are no repeat x values. Say we got an x of value of 1, 2, 3, 4. No repeat x's, which what makes it a function. So the question is saying which ordered pair could be included in the set and that it would remain a function. Well, I think it looks like A because that would be adding an x value of 0. That wouldn't be so. That would be a repeat. That would cause a repeat. That would cause. So it is A. But again, you want to make sure that you check all the choices before you deciding on a final answer. Even if A looked good, which it really did, but so it was A because adding an x value in the domain of 0 would not double up any other x values. So it would remain a function. Number 2, a key wants to buy music players that cost $200 using only the money he earned from mowing lawns. So it gives a table that shows how the number of lawns he mows is related to the amount of money he earned. So, for example, after he's mowed 3 lawns, he has earned $24. 8 lawns mowed will earn him $64. Question saying, based on the function shown in the table, what is the least number of lawns a key will have to mow to buy the music player? I'm sure there's ways to do this. I mean, $88. When would he get to $234? Well, it looks like he is earning $24 for every 3 lawns he mows. Like when the number of lawns mowed goes up by 3, the amount of money goes up by 24. That's a slope, people. So the slope is 24 for every 3. So essentially, he is earning $8 per lawn mowed. Yeah, looks like it makes sense, right? And we could do like an equation where if that was the slope, what was our y-intercept? Well, if he mows 0 lawns, he's going to earn $0. And so that's essentially the b value. So if you want, you could sort of make an equation of y equals mx plus b. You know? Don't even need that. So if he wants to earn $234, let's divide both sides by 8 on a calculator. I'm getting 29.25. So let's interpret this correctly. So he needs to mow 29.25 lawns in order to make this amount of money. Well, so 29 lawns will not be good enough. He needs to mow 29 1/4 lawns, which, you know, you can round up to 30 there, because you would need to mow that entire 30th lawn to get that money. Number 3, bottom line, they're saying which one of these equations matches the table. I guess what you could do is take all these pairs, -1, -13, 2 with -1, x is 5, y is 11, and see which one of these equations will accept all four of these pairs, all four, and make the equation true every time. That'd be like a checking each answer sort of method, but I'm going to look at this and kind of go, well, why don't we do -1 minus a -13 and find the change in y here, and then the change in x, and pretty much get myself a slope. So that'd be like -1 plus 13. So I know my slope is 4. And you know what? Just double checking things. Change in y, -1 minus -13. Change in x. So, based on the choices, people, I already know that it's C because that's the only choice that has the correct M value that I got. And again, just to kind of be super clear, I went ahead, and this is what I was doing. I was just using these two xy pairs to figure out the slope using that formula. I got +4, and the only equation that has the correct slope is C. You could keep this going and come up with like the entire equation where I pick a point and I kind of plug in, like, what if I plugged in, you know, I guess there should be like y plus 13, and if I plug in -1, it's going to become +1, and I don't know, I'm on a roll, I guess, so I'm going to keep going. And then if you subtract 13 from both sides, you're going to get 4x minus 9. So it's just extra reinforcement that it is C, you know, that the B value would in fact end up being -9. So $60 for 8 hours, and we want to know, let's see here, that's unknown. So these rates or slopes, because so they're fractions, you know, what value would go here to make these two fractions equal? And so when you have like two fractions equal to each other, that's a proportion, and we can cross multiply. 8 times x is 8x, and then we bring down the equal sign. 60 times 34, what the heck is that? Calculator says 2040. And then when we divide both sides by 8 to solve for x, what do we get? 255, baby. Number 5. A function of x is graphed on the coordinate plane. All right, so we have, what's a horizontal line? So the slope of the graph, well, I mean, let's say I randomly pick those 2 points. Slope is rise over run, as you should know. Going from this point to this point, we would rise 0. There wouldn't be any rise. And we would run 3. So if I literally plugged in like something for my rise and run on this, you know, I'd get 0, up 0, right 3. And what's 0 divided by 3? Well, 0. So it's A. To make this a little extra thorough, the answer would have been D if this line had been vertical. So this is for vertical lines, and this is for horizontal lines. And shout out to Mr. Birchanowski, or whoever taught him this, a little memory trick called Hoivux, where the H is for horizontal and the V is for vertical, and this O is actually a 0. And so that pertains to the slope of a horizontal line is 0, and this U over here with vertical means that the slope of any vertical line is undefined. The Y over here is because whenever you see an equation of a horizontal line, it's always Y equals some number. And the reason there's an X over here with the V and the Vux is that whenever you see the equation of any vertical line, it's always just X equals some number. Number 6. Essentially give you a scatter plot, and they go, boom, check out the scatter plot. If there was a line of best fit, what would the equation be? So which one of these equations would describe the line of best fit? Now looking at the choices, they're kind of going a little easy on you, because look at the slopes. Positive 5.3, positive 5.3, negative 5.3, negative. Obviously, the slope of this line of best fit is going to be positive, because it's going to be a positive rise and a positive run at the same time. And we're going uphill. Maybe you just realize that any quote-unquote uphill line is a positive slope. And so it's, I guess, not going to be one of those. And so now you just got to choose between A and B, and the only tiebreaker here is, do you think the B value, because of mx plus b, once again, mx plus b is our friend. So there 5.3 is the m, the slope, and then this would be the potential B value, which, what's B mean? It means the y-intercept. So it seems like the y-intercept of this would-be line of best fit is definitely more 23 than 12. 12 is down here. So the tiebreaker being the y-intercept of 23, I'm going to pick B. Number 7, Javier's score on a science test is equal to the upper quartile value. Upper quartile means upper median or third quartile. AKA upper median. That means, like, if you take the median, I can't leave this like that. That was kind of bothering me. Yank. Anyway. So if you were to take the median of all this data, all these science test scores, you take the overall median, and then that would kind of like cut all those scores like in two equal groups, like two halves. And then you would find the median of just like the upper half. That is what the upper quartile is, or the upper median. It's like the median of just the upper half. And so Javier's score is like that upper median. And so, based on this information, which statement is about Javier's score is most likely true? Javier's score is 75. Nope. Javier's score is greater than 75 other scores. Nope. Javier's score is the same as 75%. Nope. Javier's score is greater than 75%. It's D. Because when you take all kinds of data, like all these numbers, I'm just going to do like roughly. The median cuts the data like in half, and so 50% of all the scores are over here, and the other 50% are over here. And then when you look at just the upper half and you find the median the middle number of just this upper half, it cuts this 50% into halves again, which means 25% and 25%. So Javier is right here, which means that his score was higher than about 75%. This 50% and this 25%, and that's why it's D. Oh boy, number 8. Hopefully you've read this already and stuff, because this is the overall school enrollment. 24% are seniors, 28% are freshmen, etc., etc. Okay, then they go on to say that there are 448 total freshmen, and then they say 75% of the seniors are going to attend college, but then they ask which is most likely the number of seniors currently who will attend the college. So essentially what they want to do is say the 75% is going to be the same as like what actual number of seniors. So here's essentially what we need to do. Hopefully you're able to kind of wrap your brain around this to kind of see that. Well, 28% of the school is freshmen. So this 448 represents 28% of the entire population. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is figure out the entire population. So here we go. The entire population, I'll just say, is P, I guess. So what I can write down is 0.28, 28% times the entire population apparently is going to equal 448. Okay, this is just one way to figure this out, the entire population. So if I do 0.28, 28% times this giant number, okay, I'm going to get 448. So to solve for P, I can divide by 0.28, which I will do on my calculator, of course. Let's see, 448 divided by 0.28, 1,600. So, apparently, the entire population is 1,600, okay? Now, 75% of all the seniors, well, how many total seniors are there? Here we go. I'm going to find now what 24% of the total is, because that's going to get me like total seniors. So to do that, I'm going to do 0.24 times 1,600, and that's going to get me the total number of seniors. So times 0.24. So the grand total of seniors is 384. Okay, man, I love how they threw that in as a choice. Trying to trick ya. But we don't want the total number of seniors. We just want to know what the 75% of them would be. So now we got to take 0.75 times all of the seniors, and I'll do that on my calculator. And that's going to get me 75% of 384, and my calculator says that it's, I believe, yep, 288. So it's actually B. So that was a lot of steps to plan out, but anyway. Let's move on to number 9, where they give you a bunch of stem and leaf plots. And 4 of them. I don't know. I was just thinking about why it was like 4 violins. It doesn't matter though. So essentially, they just want to know like which one of these stem and leaf plots have a mode and a median that are equal. Well, I guess we're just going to have to run through every single choice until we find which one has a equal mode and median will, oh my goodness. So just remember that the way stem and leaf plots work, for example in choice A, this number means 11 days because this is like 1, 11, 11 again, 14. So all these numbers, all these numbers are leaves for that stem of 1. And so here's all the 20s. 21, 21 again, 21, 21. Now here's the 30s. 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. So that's how stem and leaf plots work, okay? And so to find the median, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the median would break this up into 2 even groups of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you would have the median, and then you would have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this median is going to be between 21 and 21. So the median is 21, but the mode looks like it's going to be 31, so it's not A. Let's go down here to C, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once again, we're going to have the median breaking this up into 2 groups of 6. So we're going to have like, the median is going to be between the 6th and the 7th number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. So it's going to be between, let's see, 8 and 13. So what comes between 8 and 13? Phew. This is not going to be it. Because, let's see here, 21, 10.5, is that right? So I'm thinking the median is 10.5, but there's no way that the mode is also 10.5. So it's not C. Let's go over here to D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 numbers again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the median is going to fall between the 6th number and the 7th number, which is between basically 10 and 10, you know? And so the median is going to be 10. That's the median. Now the mode is also 10, because look, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. So it looks like it's D, but let's just make sure, like we always do, that it's not B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to fall between 10 and 14, which that median is 12. So the median here is 12, but the mode is not 12. I don't even think choice B has a mode, because once. Yeah, choice B doesn't even have a mode. Okay. So it is D. Basically, you just had to figure out which one had the median and mode match. And number 10. So they give you a scatter plot, and they give you the line of best fit. And then, like they do a lot on the keystones, they want you to predict what the height is going to be for a certain arm span. Now this one is asking you to predict an arm span of 200 centimeters, which is right there. So this one's clearly visible within the boundaries of this graph, you know what I mean? So it's not like they're asking you for a arm span length that's like way off the page to where you might have to like use an equation or something to plug in the whatever for x. All you have to do is kind of like keep this line going, and using your trend line, let's see here, it looks like if we take the 200 up to where the line would be, about right there, and so like what does that represent? So right in there is going to be the predicted height for that 200 centimeter arm span. So 188, nope. 192, nope. 197, looks pretty good. Let's just check 205. Nope, so it is C.